experience of really connecting with the show.
Absolutely, yeah. It's like a little mini marathon, season 1. Take about 5 hours. Just hammer it out if you haven't seen it, or if any of your friends haven't seen it, or like they're not sure, you know, like I don't know, should I? You tell them yes. Tell them to check it out.
It happens a lot with different shows where it's a completely different experience watching it all in a row, but instead of waiting a week and having an hour, waiting another week, having an hour. So it's cool. Yeah.
Right.
And there was a lot of stuff I didn't catch in the first time running through. Just having that, being able to listen to it and watching it, just made a much more impactful story for me. So I'm really excited for season 2.
Oh, I'm excited too. I'm on the same. We're on the same boat.
Okay. When's it dropping? When can we expect season 2?
So from what I know, season 2 production is going to start December or early next year. And if everything goes according to plan, sometime in the spring, early summer, maybe the first half of Fear season 2. Because they're going to have 15 episodes.
Wow.
In case anyone didn't know that. Yeah.
That would mean Walking Dead all year long.
Yeah, pretty much. Isn't that what we all want? Walking Dead all
That's
year
what I
long?
want.
So I'm sort of amazed. I'm sure some of your fans out here are. What was the process? Or what were you doing as an actor prior to Fear the Walking Dead, and what was your process to get the part?
Cool. Well, before Walking Dead, you know, I'm an actor, so I live in LA. I'm a SoCal kid, born and raised. So I've been out there for years now. I have representation, I have agents and a manager. They try to get me to auditions. So in between auditioning and callbacks, you know, I work on, do screenwriting, and I do my own projects. So that was keeping me busy. And then when I got the audition, it was on a Wednesday night. So I had a day to prepare because my audition was Friday morning. This was in the beginning of January, like middle of January. And so I get to the audition, I do one take. Usually you go to the casting office that's responsible for doing all the, you know, hiring for the show. Because these casting directors, they'll meet you, they like you, they'll call you back, then you meet the director, the producers, the writers, and then if they like you, then you got the part. So for me, I just met the casting director, her name's Wendy O'Brien. I had a good one take, I did another take, I did a third take, and it felt really good. I was like, okay, you know what? I hope I get a call back, because that's what every actor wants. They want a call back. Well, you want the part, but you hope for a call back, because that means you did something right. So I was hoping for that.
Was the take one of the actual scripts, like the pilot script or something like that?
The scene I auditioned with was the first scene that I'm in the classroom, in the counselor's office with Madison, and I'm explaining to her about what I've seen. I'm trying to get my knife back. Yeah, it's like 3.5 pages.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because there's so much secrecy involved with the Walking Dead casting, and they changed characters' names, changed the script up, so I was wondering if anything like that was happening with Fear the Walking Dead, but none of the characters were known yet, so it wouldn't really matter.
Exactly.
And did they actually give you the script to study for a day, or did you not until you got it?
I had a copy, I had a version of the pilot to read, and then I had my sides. So, you know, I only had a day to prepare, but I did my best. I mean, I've been doing this, I love acting. I've been doing it all my life. Went to school for it, studied it, so it's like, it's in my blood, you know, I love it. You know, when you love something, you do it with all your heart, you know, when you're passionate about it. So I was just trying to be really passionate in the room. So I left that morning thinking, okay, I hope I get a call back. I'll just hope for that. And it was a long day. I had another audition, thankfully, and I was exhausted, so I passed out. And like that same night, I woke up to a call from my agents and managers, and they told me that I got the part.
Just for that one thing?
Yeah, no callback. It's just they told me that I got it, and I was like, I was still waking up from my nap. I was like, what?
Am I dreaming still?
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you're gonna get fitted for your costume on tomorrow, Saturday, and then you're gonna be on set Monday.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah, I went from, you know, Wednesday morning, nothing, Wednesday night. You have an audition for Walking Dead Friday, get the part Friday, get fitted Saturday, go home Sunday, then I was on set Monday.
That's insane.
It was crazy, it was a crazy week. Yeah.
So why does everybody love Tobias? Tobias is a Fear the Walking Dead fan favorite. So what is it about Tobias that
thank you.
People are drawn to?
I don't know. You know, I know what it is. Well, first of all, thank you guys so much for coming out and showing your support. And isn't this awesome, Walker Stalker Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my first time here, so I'm stoked. Why people love Tobias so much? I think it's because he's just, bottom line, he's just someone you could relate to. He's just really honest in the way that he carries himself as a person. He's very quiet. you know, a social outcast. That's how I like to call him. He's very much antisocial, very introverted, very shy, very closed off. He probably doesn't have a lot of friends. Gets picked on a lot, as evident in the scene when he's talking about the bully that he tutors. That's a moron. And I think it's just the fact that even though he's very shy and awkward, he's still confident in himself to the point where he could, you know, call out idiots for who they are, but he could still try to reach out to the people that he cares about, despite his, you know, social, you know, shortcomings. He really tries to reach out to Madison because he cares deeply about her, to the extent that he'll like risk his life for her in that situation when she almost gets, you know, eaten by Walker Artie. Yeah. So I think it's just, you know, he's a nice kid, and you feel bad for him because, you know, he's got a little knife and ain't gonna do nothing with that little knife, and then he gets it taken away. It's like, oh, now you're doubly screwed.
And then you're stuck with a pencil trying to kill him.
Yeah, just a pencil. Oh no, the point's broken. Like, I'm totally screwed. But I think it's just bottom line. You know, he's so innocent in him. You know, he carries himself just very confidently, and you want to root for him. And a person like him, you may think at first, you know, your first impression might be he's not gonna last, but if you watch the shows, you know, the people who you think are gonna make it, they don't. And the people you expect to go out soon, like Carol, end up becoming one of the baddest, most awesome characters.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's hope for that for Tobias. As a fan, just purely as a fan, I hope so. But of course, you know, I don't want to spoil anything. But I love him too. I love him.
I hope you're living somewhere on like the sewers or the back alleys of closed down LA, and that you pop up. So that's my personal, as a fan, that like, I want to see you come back because of your knowledge and just, you know, all the preparation you've done. It just feels like a little cheated on my end that you would be, we have all this front character with you.
Yeah, we're teased with Tobias in the beginning of the season, and he's absent for the last.
Yeah, I know.
episodes.
And people are like, "Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go?" I'm like, "I'm getting a bigger knife. What do you want from me?" I don't know. I'm safe. The bottom line is, like, people ask me, like, "Where's Tobias?" I'm like, "He's safe." The last thing you see him say to Madison before, you know, she drops him off at his house is he says, "I'll be okay." And we know Tobias is smart. He was smart enough to put all the information together, to the point where he was that scared he was going to bring a knife to school. I mean, he's a smart kid.
Yeah, he's like you're saying, he's confident in himself. He's confident in his knowledge. He was
That's
one of the most
right.
knowledgeable people about the zombie situation. So how did he learn this, and what is he? Does he have a theory about what happened?
I think he's got like just a lot of suspicions. It's enough to make his paranoia kick in like overtime, to the point where he's like, he's got to protect himself. And when he's backed into a corner and he gets the only protection he has taken away, he's got to reach out to Madison and tell her what he's been keeping to himself for all this time. So obviously he knows enough about the looting and the riots and where to go first and where to avoid and stay out of trouble, stay out, you know, don't go outside. All the knowledge that he's carried and shared with Madison helped her become the survivor that, you know, by the end of the season you see like she has like a really quick change. Well, not quick, but in the span of 6 episodes, you see her go from a you know, humble counselor, you know, really nice, to like, no, we can't save our neighbor, you know, like, keep the door shut, you know, because I know what this is about. And I think that's the other reason why people love Tobias, because he knows what we know about the walkers. It's just like, you don't get near them. Kim's like, we'll get you help. I'm like, are you crazy? Get away from him. You know,
the viewer perspective on the.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, I think he's just like, he's on the same page as we are. Like, he knows enough to be like, watch out, stay out of trouble, like, stay safe. It's safer in numbers, and, you know.
That's cool. Well, I want to make sure everybody in the audience knows we have a microphone here right in the center, so if you have